Aboriginals.
Welcome back to another episode of Talk Mode. Today, we're diving deep into the human psyche. We're talking about and tackling a subject near and dear to many of our hearts, and thumbs for that matter, gaming. Now forget the usual rhetoric about video games rotting your brain. That's not what we're talking about. Today we're going to explore the real psychology behind why we grab controllers, fire up the consoles, and get lost in digital worlds. So, why do we play games? Is it just escapism, a way to avoid the bullshit that's called life and all that adulting? Well, there's definitely some truth to that, but it's way more complex than that. Turns out, games tap into some fundamental human needs and desires. First up, achievement and reward. We crave that feeling of accomplishment, that dopamine rush of leveling up and clearing a tough challenge. Games provide a safe space to experience these victories and boost our confidence and motivation. It's like sometimes when things are going wrong in life, the boost and motivation you get from the gaming session really keeps you ticking over, man. So there's really some positive there. Next, we could talk about belonging and connection. Online gaming communities offer a sense of belonging and a chance to connect with people who share your passion. It's like finding your tribe, even if they're miles away and may have some questionable hygiene. No offense. Now, don't get me wrong, there have been times in my life where connecting with my friends over the internet while playing like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or something to that effect, or GTA Online, has been the best thing. One, because I didn't have a lot of money to go and spend, going out with friends, so this kind of like saved that part of it and allowed me to still have that social connection that I needed. And two, sometimes you just don't feel like being out and about, can't be asked with the rush of the world, so you want to stay in, game, but still keep that connection alive by chatting to your friends over a game. Another thing is storytelling and immersion. Games transport us into these fantastical worlds, letting us live out epic narratives, and whether we're slaying dragons or solving puzzles, we've become part of the story and experience emotions and challenges that deepen our understandings of ourselves and the world. It's basically the same as movies or TV shows. Is why we do any of that. Is that form of escapism and getting invested into a story, man, that makes you feel something. Now, a lot of games you've seen what PlayStation puts out more recently, it's all like movie level. Immersion, theatrics, all of that story. It's just great, man. So I really enjoy that shit. There's also learning and growth. Don't underestimate the educational value of games, man. I know as a kid I gamed a lot and I feel like I learned a lot from games. From strategy titles that sharpen your critical thinking to puzzle games that boost problem solving skills. Gaming can actually make you a lot smarter. Who knew that all those hours swinging around New York was good for my brain? But hold the phone, let's be real here. Gaming ain't all good, right? It can have its downsides if we're not being careful. First up, addiction. The reward systems and immersive nature of games can be addictive and lead to you neglecting responsibilities and real life relationships. It's important to set boundaries and maintain a healthy balance. And I'm sure we've all gone through that a little bit, where we've got really addicted to a particular game and decided to just play it non-stop. I know I had that last year with certain games I picked up, and it was like, I'll just put all my time into it. Social isolation is another problem. While online communities do offer some connection, they can also start to replace your real life interactions. So you got to make sure that you're not neglecting face-to-face time with your loved ones, and making sure that you keep those relationships going. Here's another one that I think we've all experienced a little bit of: aggression. Some games can trigger aggressive feelings, especially in competitive environments. So what you gotta do is remember it's just a game, and don't let it boil over into real life, man. We've all been there where we want to chuck a controller at a wall or freaking just throw it out the window. Trust me, we've all been there, but we gotta realize, man, let's enjoy the gaming. Don't let it boil over into real life, as I mentioned. So what's the key takeaway here, man? Gaming is a complex phenomenon with both benefits and drawbacks. The important thing is to be mindful of your habits and set healthy boundaries and use gaming as a tool to enhance your life and not replace it. You see what I'm saying? Like, just enjoy the gaming, but don't let it completely take over. A healthy balance, set yourself some timings or boundaries or something like that where you can game. Like, for example, at the moment I've actually switched off the PlayStation and it's not been switched on for a couple of weeks. And that's not like, it wasn't a conscious decision to do that, but it's just because it's been switched off and disconnected, I've been focused on other stuff. But what you can do is, do that as a actual moderator for yourself, right? So to be like, all right, Monday to Thursday or something, the console's disconnected, I ain't gonna play at all. Friday morning, I can click it in, and then whenever you get the chance in that weekend, you can game. Something like that. This also like connects into that scheduling stuff that I've been talking about earlier in the month or last month even. It's about making the time for the things that are important to you, and if you schedule a lot of that stuff in, then it just automatically, everything else just falls into place, right? So schedule yourself some gaming time. It's your hobby, it's something that you're interested in, passionate about. Schedule some time in for yourself, yeah? It makes sense to spend a bit of time doing things you like, providing it's balanced and you're not neglecting the responsibilities you may have. So what I want you to do is hit me up in the comments below and share your thoughts on the psychology of gaming, talk about your favorite games, and any epic virtual adventures you've had recently. Remember, the whole point of this podcast, Talk Mode, is all about sharing our experiences with each other and learning from each other. So let's keep that conversation flowing in the comments. And until next time, you keep on playing, keep on thinking, and just find your inner gamer. Thank you guys very much for listening. I hope you're good. Take care. Goodbye.